far as durability goes in general, this thing held up very well for pretty much everyday use over the course of a year. The lens is scratched up, but it is very well protected, which doesn't affect the light output. As you can see here, the bottom covering of the magnets is starting to wear off, but they're still secured, still in there, working very well. And the body itself, very durable. This thing has been dropped numerous amounts of times, and nothing has come loose, nothing has broken off, and still functions just as good as day one. All right, let's go ahead and test the light function out on this. That is natural lighting. As you can see, it puts out very good light output. This is mode 1, the fluorescent lighting. Very, very good lighting. And this is your black lighting. So if you're doing any kind of leak detection on AC systems or anything like that, that is a great feature to have. I've never had to use it yet, but it definitely works. All right, so as far as charging goes on the Strion Switchblade, you have micro USB. Would have been nice if they would have had that USB-C, but they're a little behind the times on that. If you have the Streamlight charging station, you can also attach it onto that with these two connectors right here. So a couple ways to charge it there. Wireless would have been nice on this as well, but we get what we get. Maybe they'll come out with a future version where they update this a little bit. It is sealed very well. This is waterproof, and as long as this thing stays intact, you should be protected. This is surprisingly very durable. For how many times I've taken this off and put it back on, it still functions just as good as it did on day one. So good job there, Streamlight. There is no fuel gauge. You do have an LED light that comes on when you're charging it. It lets you know when it's done charging. It'll be solid red when charging, and it'll flash or blink red when it's done charging. But other than that, there is no fuel gauge to let you know how much battery life is left. Once it dies, it dies. All right, let's talk about measurements on this. Closed position, you're looking at 6 inches. Fully extended out, we are looking at 10 3/4 inches. So it's pretty compact. As far as the magnetic base on the bottom goes, you're looking at 2 inches of magnetic surface. All right, so after 1 year of use with the Streamlight Strion Switchblade, my final thoughts are, it's a great light. I think that it is worth purchasing. Although I do think there's a lot of room for improvement of a lot of the things that we discussed here. I think switch location would be a lot better on the side. I think battery power could last a lot longer than what it does. And the charging time, they need to reduce that charging time drastically. Other than that, it's a great light, very durable, very convenient. A lot of good features such as hanging, magnetic, and multi-position. So great light. Hopefully Streamlight somehow watches this and takes those thoughts into consideration and kind of comes out with an update model. I'd like to see that. So let's check out some other products here. the Streamlight Enduro Pro USB model. This does not take batteries. It has an internal fixed battery with a USB charging port on the side. Two different light functions, flood and spot, if you hold it down. Both with 3 different modes of intensity. I actually got this one after owning the Streamlight double clutch, which I see as somewhat of a kind of a downgrade, considering that the double clutch takes AAA batteries, as well as a removable USB chargeable battery pack, unlike this one, which has to be charged with an internal battery inside, which means you have to take off the headlight and cannot use it while it's charging. This one's nice because you can throw some AAA batteries in there while this thing is charging outside and go about your work. The headlamp is adjustable to give you a little bit of degree of rotation to light up your workspace. The design is nice as far as it having an internal battery. The battery runtime on it is decent. I will post the specs here in the next frame. As far as strap goes, it's just a single strap. This does tend to get loose as I work, but it is very durable. So as you can see, I've been pretty dedicated to Streamlight. Again, I do love their products. I do see a lot of room for improvement though. All right, everybody, so there you see my 1-year review on both the Enduro Pro USB model and the Strion Switchblade by Streamlight. So if you have any questions, comments, or whatever, please leave them below. I want to know what your experiences are with Streamlight's products, whether it be the traditional stinger, a drop light such as the Switchblade, or headlamps such as the Enduro Pro or the double clutch. Please let me know, and I'm excited to hear from you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps out the channel. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.